A very good morning to you. I am a retired soldier and would like to congratulate all of you for the 75 years of freedom that we have, the Platinum Jubilee that we are celebrating. Today, I have a dream message for all the school children of my beloved nation. Dear children, you are aware that exactly 75 years ago, we obtained our freedom from foreigners. This freedom was obtained after a lot of sacrifice by many of our freedom fighters. This freedom has certainly not been free. We all must be grateful to all our forefathers for giving us this day when you and me are able to talk freely. Just imagine if they had not done so, today we would have been like slaves. You can't go wherever you want, you can't do whatever you want. You would have been restricted in many ways. So we need to be grateful to them. And having obtained that freedom, it is a big challenge to maintain it. It is not easy. Even today, every day, we have soldiers guarding the borders. You are aware in the last 75 years that Pakistan and China has attacked, and we have soldiers fighting them. So to maintain this freedom, also we are paying a price. We have soldiers sacrificing their life every day, keeping vigil 24/7 so that you and me can have a good night's sleep. You and me can do whatever we want. They don't follow any Sunday or Monday. They are there round the clock. So again, we have to be grateful to these people. Now, who are they? Who are these people who are looking after? Obviously, the Indian Armed Forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, and also the various paramilitary forces who are keeping vigil round the clock. We are indeed grateful to them for all that they are doing for us. In the last 75 years, our nation has come a long way and progressed in many fields. For that, again, we should be grateful to various leaders who have been in this country, various scientists, doctors, engineers, civil servants, and many others who have contributed for the growth so far. You will be proud to know that after 75 years, we are in a very, very healthy state. There are some of the highlights I would like to tell you. For example, the rate of literacy, the education level that we have today, has risen from 12% in 1947 to 78% now. The number of universities were 28, we have 500 today. We had only 2 lakh schools in the whole country, and today we have 15 lakhs, about 7.5 times. Today we are one of the fastest growing economies, in the top 3 or 4, and very soon we may become the superpower. Today we are much more confident and self-reliant country. We are one of the greatest producers of food, and not only look after our own self but able to help other countries also. In case of natural calamities like tsunami, we've been able to help others in addition to helping our own self, whether it was earthquake or anything. In addition, today you have seen during Corona how the nation came up with the vaccination so fast, not only to vaccinate a whole population of the country but also to help other nations. This is indeed very commendable, and I am proud of that. I am also proud of the fact that we are one of the 4th nation in the world who have sent a mission to Mars. and that too in the maiden attempt. And we have done it in the minimum cost. In fact, some of the movies, English movies, have been costlier than this. I am also proud that we are the fourth powerful military amongst 195 countries, and that's a great thing. Our soldiers have time and again proved their mettle, whether it was Kargil or the surgical strikes or recently the Galwan. We are also the youngest nation with the age median of 26. That means 50% of the population is below 26 and 50% is above. Compared to that, if you see in Japan it is 46, United Kingdom is 40 and United States is 37. So we are indeed proud of the various facts that we have seen so far. There are many other things that we can be proud of. I would like that you all make it a point to make India one of the best countries in the world. In the next 25 years, you will be in the position of power across the country and the world. And if you want, if you desire, you can make a difference, a big difference to this nation. So how do you do it? How can you bring about a change? For that, the first thing that is required is you should be a good human being and a good citizen. So how do you become a good human being and a good citizen? It's again quite simple. For that, you should be physically strong, mentally alert, morally straight, and spiritually awake. This is a prayer I do every day so that I can do better for this nation. So how can you be physically strong? It's very simple, all of you are aware. Unless you are physically strong, you can't do anything for this country. So for that, the first thing is have good food. Like your parents keep advising you, do not have any junk food. Have as much as natural food as possible. And do a lot of exercises. Yoga, pranayam, and various other things to keep yourself physically fit. I would like to give you an example. Suppose God came down today and gave you a car, any brand, nice car, and told you that, son, this is a car you're going to keep for life. So what would you do? You would like to polish it every day, maintain it properly, drive very carefully, and not ram it against any wall, so that you can keep it for life. Exactly like that, your body is only one. You have to keep it for at least 100 years. You cannot buy your heart, lung, liver, etc. on Amazon or any other online market. It is not available. So you have to maintain it till the last day, and it is up to you. The next thing is being mentally alert. You may have a very strong body, but if you don't have a good brain, good thinking power, it is of no use. It is as good as an animal. So how do you develop that? How do you develop your skill? For that, you are there in school today. All your teachers and parents are after you to develop skill in you, to give you knowledge, give you experience, so that you can face the world tomorrow. Today, it is today that you have an opportunity to learn as much as you can, so that you are fully equipped to face the world. It is up to you, my dear children, that tomorrow, after 25-30 years, when you come to the school, either you can come back as a general or a district collector or like an auto rickshaw driver. It is up to you. How do you develop yourself? The next part is being morally straight. You may be physically strong. You may be mentally alert. But if you are not morally straight, you cannot do anything for this country. You must have a good character to deliver. Application of intellect is character driven. For that, what do? For developing a good character, you must listen to your inner conscience. All of us have a conscience which animals don't have. There is a tiny voice inside all of us which tells us when we do something wrong. We must develop a habit to listen to that tiny voice and have the courage to follow that. For example, if you are standing at a red light signal and one of your friends jumps the signal, so you also tend to follow him, knowing fully well that he is doing is wrong. That is the time you must have the courage to stop your own self and not jump the red light, plus also hold him back. Tell him that. This is the kind of courage you must develop, and then you will have a strong character. There is one more way of doing it. As you are aware that every day soldiers are sacrificing their lives to save us. Even now when I am talking to you, the least you can do is become worthy of that sacrifice. So, we must not do anything that is not in the interest of our country, of our society, of our school, or even our own family. So, if you keep this in mind, that your interest and the society interest and the national interest are in line, then you will never go wrong. Again, if you want me to give an example, suppose you go and loot a bank. It may be in your interest. You will become rich overnight. But it is not in the interest of society or that of the nation. Because you will be taking away the money of other people. So you must have a good character and align your interest with the national and the society interest. Next is being spiritually awake. How many of us remember God every day? Do you connect with Him every day? When you can charge your mobile every day, why not connect with God every day? Do you think if you charge your mobile only once in a year, you will be able to use it? If today you are living in a colony, you have a nice house, and you don't speak to people around you, don't connect with your neighbors, and don't wish them or talk to them, you want to keep aloof. And suddenly one day when your house is on fire, you expect them to come and help you. That is not possible. Because throughout the year you have not been in touch with him. He will only show you a thumb. Similarly, if you have a problem and when you pray to God, oh God, please help me, but you have not been in touch with Him, He will also show you a thumb from top. So it is very essential that you be in touch with God and be spiritually awake. So after all this, when you have become physically strong, mentally alert, morally straight and spiritually awake, what do you achieve? You get one of the most important things that a man needs. That is TRUST, trust. You build up trust and faith. You become a trustworthy man. You will see people saying, here goes an honest, hardworking, intelligent and a trustworthy person. If you are trustworthy, the world is at your feet. The sky is the limit. In fact, sky is also not the limit. You will get the best of job, the best of placement, best of appointment, and you will be able to do a lot of good for this country. So after 25 years, I may not be there. When you celebrate the 100 years of freedom, the century of freedom, I would like that our country, our nation, India, Bharat, is raised from number 4 position today to number 1. You can make it the best country in the world. So now, dear children, I would like all of you to take a pledge along with me. Keep your hand on your heart and can repeat after me. I pledge to never let the sacrifice of our martyrs go in vain. I also pledge to ensure that whatever I do will be in the interest of my school, my society, and my country. Thank you all. Jai Hind.